I just wanted to come on here and speak. I want to become a better speaker, so I'm going to speak. And one of the topics that I'm going to speak on today is, what does it mean to live a good life? And basically, to me, living a good life requires values, it requires discipline, it requires structure in order for you to be able to make decisions so that these decisions add up to a good life. Now, a good life to me may be different from what a good life to you may be. A good life to you may be a happy family, a loving wife, a loving husband, kids, uh, a good job that will allows you to have the freedom to do what you want to do without having to sacrifice your dignity, to sacrifice your values and your true nature of who you are. As humans, I believe that all of us want to have a good life, and our versions of what a good life is completely different, and it's very unique, and I believe that's what makes us humans special. And that gives us an individuality in this life to say, I want to do this and I choose to do this. And therefore, I get the reality that I receive, that I am worthy of because of my actions. I believe that a good life comes from honestly doing what you please, even within the restrictions of not having money, certain resources, still pushing towards or keeping the mind in a frame that allow you to push forward to progress in this life. Progression is what allows success to happen. If there is no progression in anything that I'm doing or you're doing, there's stagnation, or we're going backwards. There is only three states I believe that in this life you could be in. You could be going backwards, you could be standing still, or moving forward. And I do believe that that is true. And by me talking to you and expressing this is allowing me to reflect on my life and say, wow, these are some things that I need to change in my life, because I see that by me reflecting on my thoughts or me reflecting with you guys, it is allowing me to see my flaws. It is allowing me to see that, wow, I need to get better. My habits have to change. I am not as disciplined as I wish I was. I am not as fluent at speaking as I wish I could be. But I feel like the only way that I can get better is if I continue to try and put in hours of work, which that work is only what you are wanting to do. If I want to speak, I need to spend 10,000 hours speaking. If I want to become an editor, I need to spend 10,000 hours editing. If I want to be a filmer, I need to spend the amount of time that will allow my subconscious mind to pick up the tips and tricks and the experience I need for me to progress at these levels or at this degree. And this allows me to shape a reality around excellence in an area that I want to be in. And I feel, or I know, that I must do more than what I feel I am capable of. Getting up in the morning. If I set my alarm, I say I want to wake up at 5 o'clock. And no matter when I go to sleep, and when that alarm goes off and I don't wake up at 5 o'clock, I've let myself down. Regardless of how tired I am, I don't want to get up right now. I want to stay in the bed for a little bit longer. But I know that if I wake up at 5 or if I wake up at 7, I'm going to have a little bit longer. I'm going to have a longer time to do more, to accomplish more, and to excel more, because I have more hours in my day to focus on the things that really matter. Now, there comes a sacrifice. The sacrifice is the comfortability of being in my bed and just being able to sleep well. And that's something that I do feel that it can be a hindrance. Being comfortable, man. I do feel that being comfortable can be good and it can be bad. If I feel like comfortability is good when there has been a lot of work being put into something that you want to do. If you have worked really hard and made progress in something, I do believe you deserve rest or some form of comfort or reward because of what you've done. But if I haven't really done anything that I know that I really needed to, or half-ass, that means I need to sacrifice something to say, yo, because you wasn't able to get this done at a certain time when you said you was going to do it, you need to sacrifice something to make your situation a little uncomfortable to push you towards where you need to be. In certain situations, if you're trading and you're continuously making bad trades, what is something that's going to sit you down and say, you know what, this is not working? You're going to blow your account. By you blowing your account when you're trading, this is not bad because you do need to take losses. But what it is saying is there's something in my mindset that I am not listening to what the markets is telling me, and I'm trying to configure or force a setup to happen when that's not happening. When the overall market is telling me a certain trend is happening, I need to listen to it and say, okay, if I am unsure about it, let me get more validation. Let me get more clarity. Let me get more confirmation of the trend. And if it's continuing to do what the trend is saying it's going to do long term, until trend has really reversed and said, yo, we don't want to go that way no more, then I need to continue to ride the trend. And this is really important in our lives and in your life, is that, okay, if we're seeing that, wait, you know what I'm saying, our trend in our life is going down, then we need to get with that trend and say, wait, we need to find a bottom, and we need to reverse our habits. We need to reverse how we think. We need to reverse how we speak, because this is allowing our life to be in a downtrend. I just seen a beautiful monarch butterfly. That is so amazing. That is beautiful. That is true beauty. I'm sorry. So yeah, I do feel that a good life is based on your actions and what you feel you want your life to be. And if it's not where it wants to be, I do feel that we shouldn't beat ourselves up, because we're human beings and we are flawed. But I do feel that we have room to grow. We have room to excel. And regardless if you feel like you're stuck in cement, you can grow. You can grow through those cracks. Growth is way stronger than being down. Love is way stronger than hate. Talking calmly to a person is way better than me yelling and trying to force them to see something that I want them to see. I don't have to do that. That's one of the flaws that I had with maybe in my relationship, is trying to get my partner to do something that I want them to do because I want them to do it. And that's very selfish of me to do that, when I should accept my partner for who they are. I should accept my partner's love and how they express their love to me, and not try to force them to love them how I want them to love me. Yes, it is possible to get a person to learn you, but you can't these high expectations. Women, you expecting men to pay your bills and do all of this, that is your responsibility. It is your responsibility to pay your bills, buy your hair, do all of this stuff. Now, as a man, if I feel that, you know what, my girl has been treating me right, I love my girl and I want to provide for my girl, hey babe, no, here's some money to go ahead and do something. I feel really good within myself to do these things. And now women will try, well, you should want to do that all the time. No, I can't. You can't force me to gift you things. That's materialistic, and that is a transactional relationship. So most of our relationships are transactional. If you don't do nothing for your partner, what will happen? They will feel like they can just treat you how anyway, because they're not buying you a Birkin, or maybe you want to treat your girl bad because she's not sucking your dick right, or she's tired, or what.